Q School hands out 9 positions with full starts. First place gets full status, and anyone from 9 to 25 gets what's called a conditional card, meaning if a bunch of people can't show up to one event, they're able to fill the field based on who has conditional status. It is Q School time. It is round 3 and 4. If you haven't watched rounds 1 and 2, I would recommend you go back and do that so you know what happened. Played really, really solid in the first round. Played pretty terrible in the second round, but kind of got away with it. Shot 2 under and 3 over. We are 1 over par heading into the final 2 rounds. I don't know what the number is at this point, but I'm assuming based on where it ended that the number to get starts was like 2 or 3 under. So we're adjusted. We're ready to play this course in tough conditions. All we got to do now is go out and do it. So round 3, let's get into it right now.
Welcome to day 3, the PGA Tour America's qualifying school here at Crown Isle. This is the 11:58 starting time. On the tee from the United States, Ben Haddon. Next on the tee from Mexico City, Mexico, Roberto Labrija.
Such a good tee shot. Crept into the rough, but really happy with this angle. Big bounce right at the flag.
Thank you.
Love to see that.
Nice roll.
Thank you.
Eagle 3 on the first hole. Couldn't make the 6-footer the day before, but made the putt I was not expecting to make on day 2. It's a great equalizer.
So heavy. Go. Big hop. Go.
Got away with it. Left with about a 12-footer straight up the hill. I think this was 13 feet actually. Very disappointed that didn't go in, and even more disappointed I had to grind over a 3-footer coming back.
Oh God. See that, JP?
Hit a provisional because why not, you know? 11th in the tournament.
Go.
Once again, just phenomenal golf shot. And just didn't hit that first putt hard enough. Left myself with a 10-footer for par. Didn't make it. Just didn't judge the fringe very well there. Knew it was a little too firm to chip it. Just had to hit it harder. Plain and simple.
Cut. Cut.
Yeah, beauty there.
Oh.
This was so far left, it actually landed inbounds, kicked out of bounds, and then back into bounds.
Another.
Provisional was cash.
Plus flyer, plus downwind, or downhill lie.
So then
I think 7.
220 yards here, off a downslope. Kind of had to help it up in the air with a 7-iron from
It's so hot. Sit down.
I think it was 230 actually.
perfect.
Landed it front edge of the green, rolled it back into the bowl, left myself with a 13-footer for eagle. It would have been too much. It would have been complete robbery to get to leave with eagle after hitting a ball literally out of bounds.
Be the number.
That's a beautiful bird.
Kick right or left. All right.
Great touch.
I was really happy with this up and down. I had kind of a funky, like, clumpy lie down there, but I was able to get it to land soft on the green and roll out to about 3 feet. Boy, I pimp stepped that drive. Holy smokes. You don't have to guess if I like it.
Like that. Just like that. Bird.
I'm
Thank you.
feeling about 10 feet tall and bulletproof right here, I'll be honest.
Cut.
So much so that we went for the cut mini driver around the corner. We were rewarded with this golf shot, but I'm really proud of how I was able to get this thing up by the green. Oh, imagine. Imagine? No, but a really good par. Really good par from underneath the tree. Smart Ben going with 2-iron here. God, I love that play. Really nice. 4 under on the front 9. In a great position with 2-iron off the tee here. Just over the left edge of the bunker. Left with about 290 to the pin and just roasted this 2-iron.
Cut.
Look at these bounces. Look at those bounces. I couldn't believe this thing didn't go on the green. So I was left with the touchiest, almost like borderline impossible chip shot, but hit it about as good as I possibly could. Left myself with about a 6.5 footer. Really felt like I hit a good putt there, and it just didn't quite break as much as I thought. It looked like it had to snap from right to left, but just didn't quite do it.
Go. Go. Sit.
Greens are firm,
Sit.
man. It's toughening up out there, and like I said, we're used to it. And this is where I feel like we kind of started to build some momentum and move in the right direction on the leaderboard.
Kick right. Kick left. Yeah.
Shoot pretty good.
Cover.
Can't see.
Good?
Yep.
I was behind some trees, but didn't really have to alter my shot here all that much. I was able to get it over him, no problem. I regret how hard I hit that first putt. I also regret how hard I hit that second putt. That was about a 3-footer that, again, just caught the top lip and raced down the hill. Very similar to the one on the par 3 yesterday. And then this was the worst golf shot I think I've ever hit in my life. But we saw it land left of the creek, take 3 big bounces forward, and it looked to me like it went underneath this bridge. But it managed to skip up just past it to where I was able to put, I think, an 8-iron on it and get it up near the green. But I thought I was going to be dropping, hitting 3 from like 250 out.
Go right! Go right!
This was after taking a drop. So I was about 8 inches away from a drain, but we couldn't tell how far out the concrete went. So I ended up getting a drop. It didn't really make the shot a whole lot easier, if I'm being honest.
Sit. Oh, sit. Sit, sit, sit.
That one
sit.
I really wanted to land into the slope just short of the green and kick it up and let it release that way, but just covered that slope and rolled just over the green.
Oh.
That would have been a great par, especially considering how I made bogey the day before. This was a special tee shot. I really like that one. I saw that thing bounce and I thought there was a chance it was going to go out of bounds. That chip was so ticklish that to get it on the right tier, I was really happy with that. And missing the putt felt like I was kind of starting to leak some momentum. Making a 5 on 13, 5 on 14, and then a 5 on 15, especially considering like 13 and 14 aren't that hard of golf holes, and 15 I had a really good look at making birdie. Felt like I gave 3 strokes back there, and when you're 4 under on the front 9, feeling like you're giving back 3 holes in a row, feels kind of bad, especially considering the missed putt on 10. Back 9 really kind of starting to feel like I'm leaking oil a little bit.
Go. Go.
And this shot was perfect. I said all that kind of to preface this golf shot, but I was working really hard to not be frustrated at this point. And with how firm the greens are and how the hole, like the green slopes away from the hole past the pin, and if you land it past the flag, it's going to keep rolling anyway. being able to land it in a spot where I only had a 10-footer coming back, like people weren't making birdie on this hole today.
Yes, sir.
So that felt really, really good. Aggressive club twirl. I want to formally apologize for that. Pretty solid shape here.
Nice bird.
Really, really good putt. I was happy about that. Back-to-back birdies heading into 18. That felt like a lot of momentum. 4 under on the front 9, making those 2 bogeys in a row, and then able to get them back with back-to-back birdies. That felt like another like great shift of momentum.
Kill it. Kill it. Sit. Oh, you're kidding.
Hit the car path here, which is kind of, I thought, the only thing I couldn't do. Put myself in the rough in a position where it's just not much green to work with if you can't put spin on it. Hit kind of a perfect shot, like landed in exactly the spot I needed to, and still left myself with about a 45-footer coming back out of the fringe.
Let's go.
4-footer to end the day.
Well done. Good playing, man.
Yeah,
Great meeting
good
you.
playing. Good
Guys,
meeting you.
enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Nice
good
round.
playing.
Nice meeting you.
That's fun.
Hot start. Yeah, eagle on the first was really nice. I felt like it could have been a very, very hot start, but I kind of put the extinguisher on myself pretty quickly. 1 under through 4, I could have easily been like 3. All those complaints are gone when you think about how much worse 5 could have gone. Don't have our tee time for tomorrow yet. I haven't looked at the leaderboard once. The guys in my group did talk a little bit about some of the rounds that have been shot this week. Apparently there was a 7 under par round on the first day. I know that in all tournaments, especially Q School, the winner is never, ever, ever going to be close to first round leader times 4. Maybe 11, 12 under wins this tournament. I just need to be top 10. All I can do is go out tomorrow and just make as many birdies as I can. Hit as many solid golf shots as I can. Hit as many putts online as I can. If I get my card, I get my card. But I don't want to leave here feeling like, I looked at the leaderboard and it psyched me out. Like that's foolish. Tomorrow's final round, to go out there today and fire a good one off was fantastic. 68, 4 under par for the 3rd round. I was really, really proud of that. I'm gonna be honest. I was super, super proud of that. With how I played the day before, I went home, I was like actually that night super anxious. So shooting 4 under, I felt like a million pounds had been pulled off my shoulders. Felt really good going into the final round.
A little rainy for most of the warm-up, but now it's pretty clear. Scoring conditions look good. Green should be a little softer with the moisture. It's 12:03 going off at 12:15. Gonna roll a few putts and head up to the first tee.
And on the tee for the United States, Ben Haddon.
Did that not hype you up? When you leave the country and you play in a tournament, they announce you as from the United States. That's kind of sick.
And on the tee for the United States, Ben Haddon.
That should be fine, I think.
Really hammer-fisted that chip. Left myself with a 10-footer going back to birdie. Oh, that felt nice. Knocking that one in felt so good. I don't like being in these bunkers, I'll be honest with you. I've done it a few times. This thing had to have had 15,000 spin on it. You do not get these things to spin back on these greens, and I got that thing to chase all the way back to the front. Not my best lag there. Again, just underestimated how much I had to hit it through the fringe. Really happy with this wedge. Left myself with a 9-footer for birdie. which I honestly, like, I didn't feel great about my 9-footer for birdie percentage in the first few rounds, but that putt just felt really good off the face. Same as the putt on the hole before. Or sorry, the first hole. The 10-footer I made for birdie on the first hole, the 10-footer I made for birdie on the third hole. Like, I'm feeling good about the putting. Not the best shot, but not a terrible leave. Pretty simple chip here. Left myself with 3 feet for par, just a little short. And the wind, you can hear the wind. I got hit with a gust on that one. Not super ideal. It was just so confusing because I made those 2 putts on 1 and 3, and I didn't feel like they were going to miss for a second. And I've missed one on that hole 2 days in a row. And just trying my hardest to be like, I'm here, I'm hitting these golf shots in this moment. Just try our best every time, just see what happens. Don't think about any of that stuff.
Kick right. Kick right.
This shot was stressful. Pins out there on that little peninsula of the green. So 7 paces on, water short. If I land it on the flag or a little bit past it, it's going to kick over the flag into the bunker. So I had to be very confident in my number and very decisive in what I did. And I picked my decade spot right in the middle of the green and just committed to that shot and let whatever happened happen. Came out a little heavy, so just barely covered onto the front edge of the green and was able to leave myself with a 9-footer coming back down the hill.
Thank you.
And you know what we do with 9-footers, right? We make them, okay? I hit a lot of provisionals in this tournament. None of them was I like 100% sure that it was out of bounds like I was that one. I was so positive this was out of bounds. We somehow found my golf ball.
All right, we good?
Very, very touchy chip here. As you can see, playing it way up on the slope, kind of running it past a little bit. Leaving ourselves with an 8-footer for par that broke. I played this thing 1.5 feet out to the right, and it broke across the hole. So I don't know how much that thing was breaking. Just a horrible club choice there. And I didn't hit it very good. So about 25 yards short of the green. Left with a 5-footer. And look at that, folks. Some of you might have been keeping track, but that's the 7th hole. And we just made our first par.
Thanks.
Jump. Such a good drive there. And we learned from round 1. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. We learned. He's learning. Look at him go. How proud are we have been? What a great birdie. I mean, basically put in the exact same position I was in the first day, and this time we did it right. I'm actually like, I'm no gas. I'm very proud of that. This shot made no sense. None. None. I hit the lip on the way up, Jalen.
I'll ask 0 questions about that.
And you came up to me and you said, where'd that go? And I said, on the green. And you were like, on the green? How? And I said, I don't know. You know what the weirdest part is? It landed with spin. It wasn't like it hit the lip and then like just boom, like came out like a flyer, you know? It had spin on it. I have no idea what happened there. How hard of lips? That's 2 3-footers if you keep track. In this round alone, that like horseshoed on me. That's jarring. Like that'll kind of tighten you up a little bit for the next 3-footer you gotta hit. Going with iron off the tee again on this hole. I love that. Flared it out to the right. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We just hit a 4-iron. We lay up to 165 yards where I had to hit 6 iron into the green. And I'm expecting a little bit of wind off the left, and there's none. And then I leave myself with a 75 footer up and down across 2 slopes, double braking. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We got a 12 footer coming back. We missed that. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's fine. We just played that par 5 at 4 over for the week. That's fine. And look, doesn't matter. Make bogey on par 5 number 10, doesn't matter. Make birdie on 11 for the second time. Doesn't matter.
Oh, wind, where are you going? Sit.
Hands, bro. Like, that's a 1 foot carry. It needed a 1 foot carry, got a 1 foot carry. Come on, Ben. Let's go. Such a good up and down. This was picture perfect, this tee shot. This was so good. Look at this, flat spot of the fairway.
Oh, skinned it. Spin like crazy.
Hit it really thin, but that's, look, it's fine. Like, stuff's been happening all day, right?
Oh, wind.
Now we're at 3 pars for the day. Okay, we're building momentum right now.
Oh, that ballooned. Go ball.
I was really happy with making par there. That hole was playing hard that day.
Kick right.
Tried to hit the same shot we hit the day before, but didn't quite pull it off.
Perfect.
I just want to take a second to appreciate how much could have gone wrong there.
Like, there was so much that could have gone wrong in that golf shot. Ball above my feet, slope angling upwards with a tree that I got to keep it under, that I was able to hit a low squeeze cut. Big step. Like, for momentum, for everything, like 5 under was the number roughly. That's kind of what we were picturing. And with that birdie putt, I believe it put me at 4 under. And I'm thinking, if I birdie my last 2 holes, I have a real shot. I couldn't believe that didn't spin back. Truly. They were just that firm. That's a tee shot where I don't know why, there's just tee shots on the golf course where sometimes you just feel a lot of nerves. For me, it was number 8 and 17. Those were the 2 tee shots where I felt really, really uneasy. I did not like those tee shots look. In this tee shot in particular, it's so late in the round. You feel like you've done so much up to that point. This is such a birdie hole. If you hit a good tee shot, you're probably going to make birdie. It feels like a very consequential swing. In order to give yourself the best chance to make the lowest possible score, there's a shot I had to hit. Hitting that shot and feeling it do exactly what it can't do, it was just like, my heart stopped. I was like, I actually would bet that my heart skipped a beat. And then I'm at that point, my heart rate is 160 something beats per minute. Literally, I checked it on my watch. My heart rate was in the 160s because I was so stressed out, so much adrenaline pumping, and just like, this is it. The thing that I've trained for 3 months, like, effectively comes down to this golf swing. And I blow it. in my mind. I hit it. I hit exactly the shot I'm not supposed to hit. So we found the ball. It was legitimately 1 foot inbounds. And I'm thinking, I have to make birdie on this hole. I have to make birdie on 18 to get starts. And I know the way the card system works. If you don't get starts, you're not getting starts. You're not getting an unconditional card. So I set up for a shot where I open the face up, I angle my body towards the fence, and I understand that I'm just gonna have to hit this flop shot over the fence towards the flag instead of out and away from the fence. And that was where, like, it's hard to watch, man, because it's like so much went into that moment. And for it to be like the result be a shot that I don't think I could have done on purpose if you gave me a small bucket of balls, just like this 1 in a million thing where the ball somehow just popped straight up into the air and went over the fence out of bounds. And now I'm having to drop in this same nightmare scenario. It's like, it was hard to watch that happen. This was like a hard moment because a lot of work went into this to just see it happen, like all go away on such a stupid shot. So taking a drop for a ball out of bounds, 50 yards away from the green, just having to try to hack it out onto the green like 40 feet away. And that right there, in my mind, was the golf gods going, you should always do the smart play. Always do the highest percentage play. Because trying to hit that shot, that flop shot over the fence to the green, was not the highest percentage play, but it yielded the best chance for a tap-in birdie. And maybe even like a cool story. And I let that get in the way of the higher percentage play, which is, unfortunately, you're in a position where you have nothing. All you have is trying to give yourself a 40-footer. So give yourself a 40-footer. By the way, like, all that happened because I lost my cool in the tee box. When you let the emotions get the best of you, when you have outbursts like that, it's really hard to come down from it. Yes, I had a bunch of adrenaline running and a bunch of nerves that caused my heart rate to get really high, but I didn't help it by slamming my club into the ground. And I do not condone that behavior. The only reason I left it in is to show what happens when you let your emotions take control. And that's something that I've done a really good job of. Since my return to pro golf, I feel like I've let my emotions get control of me a lot less than I did my first time around, and a lot less than I did when I was in college, and a lot less than I did when I was in high school. And it's something that I think really held me back a lot in my golf career. And if you are somebody who does stuff like that, it's going to hold you back. And I was gonna just take the slam out of the video completely. But I feel like this is a really good moment to talk about how that is not helpful for anybody. And if you're some kid who, like, be honest with yourself, if you're a little punk on the golf course right now, if you're 15 years old and you're slamming clubs and throwing clubs and hitting your bag and doing all kinds of outbursts to show everybody that you're better than the shots that you're hitting right then, nobody cares what shots you're hitting, and you're harming your own golf game. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this was the hardest drive I hit all week. It wasn't even close, and it was purely fueled by anger. Left myself with 60 yards into the screen, 18. I don't remember how long the hole is. It was like a 380-yard drive. And I thought I hit a really good wedge, and it didn't spin. And I left myself with a 14-footer coming back.
Oh, the wind.
Just to recap, we have finished this round now at 4 under par. turned out 7 under par with starts. If I had finished birdie, or otherwise just not hit it out of bounds and then not left that putt short, I would have got starts.
Today was a lot. I don't know, I haven't looked at the leaderboard yet. I have no idea, but I really felt like I had a chance going into 17 if I could have finished 1 under, maybe 2 under on those last 2 holes. I mean, there's always a shot where you realize your chances are dashed unless you make it. To hit it into that yard from that position with the swing that I was having to make, no idea how I got into that yard, but proud of the bogey. Wish you could have made that putt on 18. I don't know, man. JP did like truly an amazing job. This guy was running all over the place, grabbing pins, putting pins back, like literally running everywhere. Running up to get yardages, running up to get spots on the green for me. Unbelievable work from JP. I definitely saved a few shots having you on the bag, without a question.
Good time, lots of good golf out there, some incredible shots. If you haven't already, hit like and subscribe to see more of that.
Haven't. This is the first time I looked at this leaderboard all week. I have no idea what first place is. 17 under, that's pretty solid. For Daniel Hudson, I know that guy actually, played at KU. Good for him. I was right. Top nine was 8. If I finished with a turkey like I was thinking I had to, I'd be in the top 9 right now. Got a conditional card, so. Sweet.
So conditional card, if you don't know, Q School hands out 9 starts, 9 positions with full starts. First place gets full status, and anyone from 9 to 25 gets what's called a conditional card, meaning if a bunch of people can't show up to one event, they're able to fill the field based on who has conditional status. I finished tied for 19th, which means I had the 10th conditional card at best. Meaning that if, in order for me to get into an event with the 10th conditional card, 50 people would have to not show up to the tournament for me to have a chance. So that's probably not gonna happen, unfortunately. I can't really afford to travel around Canada playing Monday qualifiers, so I've applied for every sponsor exemption I can. Overall, how do we feel about it? Really good. My return to professional golf, 2 months in, I make it through a Q School and get a conditional card. Like that on its own is sick. If you watch this whole video and you watch the entire last video, really not hard to find 3 shots that I could have saved and gotten starts. I missed my card a year ago when I decided to hang up professional golf, and to get it back feels amazing. I have a membership to every TPC course. I have cheaper entry fees to Monday qualifiers. So a lot of stuff, a lot of perks that come with it. I mean, it's great, and it's a good sign that things are headed in the right direction. Next video is gonna be the Mickelson National Invitational professional golf tournament up in Calgary, Canada. Beautiful course, beautiful views, and we got to join some friends up there, like Micah Morris and Mac Boucher. I really enjoyed my time up there, and I hope you guys enjoy those videos when they come out. If you want to make sure that you do, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you again for supporting Always Press. Love you guys.